like a sauna in here, so I would like to like not make it feel like I'm gonna die with the light on. So I'm black. And I looked at him and I was like, oh, you're touring? Why Manchester? And I looked at her and I was like, why Manchester? What do you, a little bit of color in it. Where I went, they had like paper, like, I don't know, cardboard straws, cardboard spoons and forks and everything. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Miracle and this is Population Me, and this is literally just a recap of literally everything I did last week that you didn't see, more of the behind the scenes, because I cannot record everything when I have literally like a backpack, a suitcase, and my work laptop on my deck. So literally, if you saw last week's video, which is a two-parter because I was in UK for an entire week, my first time there, I really didn't get to see much. I'm not gonna hold you. This video is not clickbait. I did really want to talk about what happened, but I didn't get to do much and then record. I recorded even less of what I actually did. And that's honestly because I really didn't go out as much, but I'll get to that. But if you're there you go. Also, if you're wondering why the light is off, it is like a sauna in here. So I would like to like not make it feel like I'm gonna die with the light on. So this is just for me to like literally make sure I'm okay personally. But the light is here, and I like the aesthetic of having it dark in my apartment because honestly, if I could do all my videos dark, that'd be amazing. But I have like a ring light, so it might be the vibe for future videos. We'll see. Anyway, getting it off. You already saw videos of me literally getting ready to go and all that jazz. And it was fine. The flight there was fine. No layovers that was longer than like an hour. I already talked about it in like previous videos. They were all good. But getting there, I got there on like a Sunday, which was fine as well. But like you saw me go and get food. What you didn't see is that I tried to get food at a different location that was selling dim sum at like literally a place that was like a block away from my hotel, which for reference is like impossible for me to ever find a good restaurant close to my hotel. I'm not sure if I ever talked about this, but when I was in Ireland a year ago, I may have talked about it, maybe I didn't even care to talk about it. I was living in like the middle of like people's houses. I'm not gonna lie to you, like my hotel was literally like blocks away from someone's house. So I think it was more of a villa, but it didn't look like a villa, but you know, the location made me feel like it was like a villa. So like the nearest places to me was like a gas station, which is kind of crazy. So when I went to this dim sum place, I legit was like, I wanted food. And I was gonna record it. I legit had my phone out and everything ready to record. Like I had like screenshots, pictures, everything that I already deleted so I can't find. But like literally when I get there, okay, let's set the scene. It's literally 8 p.m. This Google says 10 p.m. it closes. And I'm like, okay, great, 2 hours, whatever. I get there and the sign says we close at 10 p.m. but we stop serving at like 8 p.m. And I was like, one, it was in military time. So I'm already like calculating in my head if that's really 8 p.m. And two, I'm like, there's no way. So I go inside because it's like a 2-floor building for some reason. I go inside, it's like no one there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to the bar, which is like the only location. There's like no actual seats for like you to sit down. I go there and I'm just waiting. I'm just, they're upstairs, whatever. So I go close to the upstairs area, which is like not really upstairs. There's like a stairs and it's like a slightly higher location. There's a guy there at the bar. And I'm like, oh, hey, like, you guys still serving food? Because I'm like thinking like you're still here, so you must be doing something. The door is like wide open, so you're not really closed. And he's like, oh no, we stopped serving food at like 8. And I'm just like, okay, no, for sure. That makes total sense, I guess. Like you're only open for like the next 2 hours. And granted, this is like, Google says it's just dim sum. Like it's just a dim sum restaurant. There is a bar that you only see when you get there. So I'm like, what the heck? Are they just serving drinks here until 10 p.m.? Which I get it, right? Whatever. Like do what you gotta do. But I was really hoping I got some dim sum. And let me tell you, I never went back because I never got time. So I went to like the nearest location that you guys did see, which is Nelly's. It was New York City style pizza, which is what they claim to have been. Because I would never put that name on New York and call it New York style pizza. I don't know which one I got, but it was like a vegetarian pizza. They're only selling slices, which is why you saw me have a big old box, which is a slice, because they only sold slices at that time. It was still 8 o'clock. It was also like a block away from where the original place was, and literally it was mid. It was like the most mid pizza ever, and I was like, this could have used some seasoning, but it wasn't bad. for what I thought UK food would be in all aspects, even for like ethnic food that they would have there, I thought it would be like worse, but it wasn't terrible. It just wasn't. I just hope New York isn't like that for real. Anyway, so the whole time I was there, I was just ordering food on Uber Eats because it's just a lot easier for me to get food versus me having to go back outside after work. So that all happened on Sunday. So you really didn't see me get any food, but I did order food on Sunday so that I can keep it in my mini fridge in the like hotel and then eat it all the week. So I literally had like 2 burritos because they had like a 2-for-1 special. I had 2 loaded fries, 2-for-1 special, 2 bobas, 2-for-1 special, and that was like my whole meal for like 4 days just for dinner. And then literally the whole rest of the week, I legit went to the office, came back from the office, went to sleep for 2 hours, like recorded stuff for videos. Oh my god, my camera just tried to blind all of us. And then if you saw me upload videos last week, that was because I was like literally going from the office, literally recording whatever, and then coming home, taking a nap, like editing those videos, pushing it out there, watching YouTube for an hour, going to sleep. And then I wake up at like 6:30 that next day, which isn't bad. But then I'll come back home at like 6 o'clock. So I will be gone for like 12 hours. You know, work would start for me at 8 a.m. and end at 6. But because my location was 40 minutes away from my hotel, it was long as heck. So I honestly wish I had more time to explore UK because I had so much time to explore Ireland, but it's only because I was there for 2 weeks and I just knew I would be able to go out. But that Sunday I was just really tired. But what I can tell you is that we went to this really nice restaurant on Wednesday. Well, I went to a really nice restaurant for like our team dinner. And you saw what we ordered, and the food was actually really, really good. And it was in like a whole different hotel that other people were staying at, so it was like really nice. And it was like really expensive. Luckily, they covered the bill, but it was so good. But it was like not that much. So the pasta that you saw was like ravioli with like crab meat and lobster inside of it, and it had like a small version and a big version. I asked for the big version because I'm hungry. It had like 6 pieces of big pieces of ravioli in it, and I was like, okay, no, for sure, that made sense, I guess. I ordered like a mocktail, which is why I didn't want alcohol, and I ordered like a tiramisu because I heard it was like the best thing they had for dessert, and it was so true. It was delicious. We also had appetizers, what you didn't see. It's like flatbread with sauce on it, which kind of tastes like pizza without cheese, but it was really good. So that was like my whole meal that Wednesday, plus I had like lunch there. I always eat the food they give us because 1, we are being like charged to our card for it, and 2, I'm just like so hungry I'm not ordering more food. But every day for dinner, if I wasn't like eating out with friends or co-workers, right, I would just eat the food that I had in my fridge because I already ordered all this food on Sunday. So I literally had that food for like 3 days in my fridge. Luckily, the housekeeping never touched it because some of the food I would just like leave out, which sounds bad, but I'll leave out for like literally 12 hours because I didn't want it to get cold in the fridge, because I actually wanted to like not have to have cold fries, for example, because the fries they have there were just like big pieces of like potato sticks and they called it fries, and it wasn't oily, but it was like I don't want to put it in the fridge and have to like have no way to microwave it. But the burrito I put in the fridge because I was like, whatever. The burrito, I want to say something, the burrito was mid. Like it was a Hispanic burrito. It was obviously a Mexican burrito, but it was so mid that I was like, okay, yeah. No, this tastes like a typical like burrito. Anyway, actually, this is a little foreshadowing, but you already know. It's the same burrito that I got at the airport for free coming home. Like the bar burrito, if you ever see the video here, whatever. It's the same burrito that I got at the airport. Exact same. But the one at the airport tasted a lot better than the one I got on Uber Eats. And it's surprising because the Uber Eats one was from a restaurant and this is from an airport. So just a little difference. But then again, the one it was at Manchester. Okay. Anyway, the next thing I did that I actually went out was on Thursday. I went out with some coworkers because they went on TikTok. It's hilarious to me. They went on TikTok because they wanted to find like good restaurants for us to go to on like our day before we were going to leave on the weekend. You know, they were leaving on Saturday. I was leaving on Friday. So we went to this place called like Freight Island, which is a bunch of like small venue stores that all like kind of you can like order from and whatever. So like they had 2 bars that were on the outside, and then you go inside that big venue. They had like I call it a mini venue. I don't know why I call it mini. It was pretty big. but they had a bunch of like tiny like stores, like concession stands that had like order food and stuff. And they had like different restaurants. I think they had like 6 or 7. They said it was a Jamaican place in there. There was no Jamaican place in there. So I don't know. TikTok lied to them, I guess. But I ordered 2 like Korean chicken bao sandwiches, and I ordered like some weird tiramisu or chocolate cake with like truffle pudding. The truffle pudding was really good. I really did like it. You can't see it because the video I put of it was really bad. But to be fair, the light was so bad. They just had flickering like red light in there, so I just couldn't take good videos. That's my excuse anyway. And then the chicken bao was like kind of basic, I think. They had like no actual sauce outside of the chicken, and there's nothing in the bao but the chicken and like some lettuce they put on the bottom that wasn't even covering the chicken. So you would eat the entire thing and there would just be lettuce on the bottom. I'm like, where the heck does this come from? But it was really good. I would say the price was okay, but I mean, it's like pounds and euros, so I'm just like, I don't really know how that would translate to American dollars. But it was pretty good. Like the bao was pretty big. It was delicious. And then after that, I just went right back to my hotel, took a nap because I was so tired from that day. And then when I really went out, it was on Friday, which is how I couldn't take you inside because literally that was the day I checked out of my hotel, so I couldn't record anything. Unfortunately for you and me, I'm not one of those YouTubers who wake up extra early to make sure they have like good footage for everything. So when I was packing my stuff to go, I did not set up my phone to do anything. I was just like, I didn't get ready to go. So I didn't get my suitcase out of here. I got to check out. I get an Uber, go to the office, do all that stuff. So I legit did not have time to like record anything. I did record my outfit because, it's not that hard to do that. Everything else, I was like, I'm gonna go, So the last time you saw me in that clip was literally when I already had gotten my stuff and I went to the store. But me and some coworkers, we actually had time that day because we were all leaving like either that day or that Saturday. And we went to the store called Manchester Chop, which I don't know why, but I think their mascot is a bee. I don't know why it's a bee. I have like one of my things here actually, but everything is like bee related, which is pretty funny, but it's also kind of cute. But I also don't know why it's all bee related, but it's clearly a gift shop. But we went to this place that had like a bunch of stores in it, and one of the places had like a bunch of tattoo shops. We didn't go there, but we went to this place that had like a lot of bees. So I got this like little cutesy bee keychain where I think it was like six pounds or something. And I got a glasses case for like 12 pounds because I don't have a glasses case, I know, but I got one now. And this bee is so cute. And I got it because my friend was like, oh, like one of my actual friends, she was like, oh, you should get a keychain. And I was like, well, I already get a keychain. I have several keychains. like this is a third keychain of mine. But I saw it and I was like, I'll get a keychain, whatever. And also it would be easier for me to like carry it because I had my carry-on in my hand. So I had carry-on, my work backpack, and I had my phone, and I was like, I can't record. It's just no way. So the reason why you saw me like literally show off like my souvenirs after the fact instead of me recording the actual story, because I had no hands. And I really did try. And I was like, something is going to be like left behind because I am going to like legit forget it. But when we were done with that, we like left the place, and total I think was like 20 pounds, which is not bad for a gift shop. I think it was like hand stitched, which is really nice. And I think like proceeds they did was going to like some charity, which is quite good. Like I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I don't get the bee, but I get the charity part. That's pretty cool. It was really nice. They were celebrating Pride over there, which is really nice. I think they were having like 3 concerts that week that I was hearing about because someone dressed up as a cowgirl, and I was like, okay, so Beyonce is here. And I heard Beyonce came on Sunday. Chris Brown was performing, I think that Friday or that Saturday, and I heard Doja Cat was there for a festivity that was going on like also the Sunday that I got there or that Monday. So there was a lot happening when we were there. We just didn't go to any of it because obviously, but they were celebrating Pride. And I was like, oh wow, we both have it the same month. That's amazing. So I saw a lot of Pride flags everywhere, which is good. And then we left there and then we just walked back to our hotel. It was like a 10-minute walk. And it was so funny because we had such a weird encounter with some random ass man, which is always, but this encounter was so funny because it was like four of us walking to the hotel, right? Being like, okay, let's go to the hotel, let's go get some really good drinks because, one of our coworkers was like, we went to this bar really good drinks. And we're like, okay, well, we have to take your word on it. Let's go. And this guy literally stopped us. I can't tell you. I mean, I can guess his race. He looks like South Asian at the very least. But he was like, "Oh, guys, this gonna sound so crazy coming from my mouth." But he was like, "Oh my God, guys, I'm black." And I looked at him and I was like, "You're not black." Like I'm looking at him like, "You're dark skinned. Don't get me wrong, but you're not black. Like you're clear." You know what I'm saying? And I was like kind of confused. We all kind of just looked at him like, "What?" Like he came out of nowhere. And we looked at him. He has a heavy like British accent. He looks like a South Asian. He's wearing like a typical like basketball jersey. Has shorts on. Everyone had shorts on. It was pretty warm there. And he was like, "Hey guys, like I'm also black," with a heavy accent. "I'm from Dubai, da 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 da." And I'm over here trying to figure out what he's saying because his accent is so thick. And everyone else is like walking away like a little faster. And most of us were black. Most of us were black women. And then we had like one person that was also South Asian. So we were just like, what? And then they walked away. But I'm sitting here confused, like, what is he saying? Like, I'm actively trying to be like, what is he saying? And they're all like, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I was like, oh, okay, we're walking. But it's such a funny experience because I was just like, what is going on? Like, why do you think you're black? But it was so funny. I was like, what? It was such a weird experience. I swear, it only happens when I'm about to record or I'm leaving or whatever. But it was fine. It was so harmless. But we were just like, interesting. But we just kept walking. It was so crazy too because UK, I will say, they're so diverse, which I know obviously whatever, who cares? They're so diverse because they will have like 20 different ethnicities walking on the street at the same time. That's pretty cool. And I do see that in Chicago when I leave my house. But like when you see it in a different country that's like mainly like predominantly a race, you kind of just expect them to be like, okay, they're there. They're just not like every block you go on. No, they're here every block. And there were several other black people on the street. So I was really, not our street, but like across the street. So I was like, how did he clock us? Maybe he knew that we were Americans or something because I had a carry-on that was like on me, but so did like other people. So I was like, how did he even come to us and even say all this? But it was funny to me anyway. They're walking faster, but I was over here like, what did you say? I wasn't talking to him, but I was just like, I'm trying to like decipher his accent, like, what? It was kind of funny. I did walk with it. I was like, oh, we're walking. Anyway, we got back to like the hotel, like our hotel. They drop off their bags because they're staying there an extra night anyway. And then we go to like a bar. I forgot what it was called, like Che May or something, but it has like an S as silent. We go there, we order drinks. My drink was okay. It was like a French martini, which in my opinion wasn't that bad. It was very smooth. It's just that I don't like the taste of alcohol most of the time. So I didn't really finish it, but it was a good drink. And it wasn't like, it was pretty good. Like the bartender, she was amazing. She was like taking like preferences, how much alcohol to have. Like she knew some of the coworkers, they've been there several nights in a row. And I was like, whoa, we're having a great time. Like it's wonderful. So then I'm about to leave because I have to go to the airport and go there in like 2 hours, whatever. So I literally say bye to them. I say, see y'all later, whatever. And then I take an Uber to the airport. It's like 40 minutes, like a 4-minute drive, whatever. And let me tell you right now. When I tell you it was not that bad outside, like 76 outside, windy outside, felt good outside, right? I was wearing like the blue shirt that you saw me wearing, and I felt pretty good. I walked into this man's van, Uber, whatever. I got a pretty big Uber just for myself because I wanted to. It was so hot in that Uber. I was like sitting there wondering how I can lower a window because I was like, interesting. It is really hot in this Uber. And I'm just like sweltering. And I'm like, okay, looking around at the windows, you can't lower them. It's a van, like it's an actual van. And I'm thinking that, so I tell him to put the AC on because he has a window open next to him. So I'm like, okay, he knows it's hot. But then I started thinking about how UK isn't very they don't have ACs like we do. Like I had AC in my unit because it's considered like an American brand AC. But my other coworkers who had a different hotel, their AC wasn't working like at all. So we were the only ones, me and my 2 other coworkers who lived in the same hotel, which is a DoubleTree one we were all in. We were lucky out of everyone because we were the only ones who were in that hotel and got AC, but everyone else either had an AC and was broken or never had AC, period. And change rooms, probably. So when I got in this Uber and I was dying, I was like, wow, this is a true UK. Like, they did not have an AC whatsoever. And I'm just like sweltering, and I'm like, the same day that I was leaving, they put out an announcement on like the radio. I don't know how I got this. I got an email that said like, oh yeah, heat wave. And I was like, okay, a heat wave's like 80s, like, you know, like high 80s. You know, like that's not really a heat wave in my terms, but to you it's hot. So I was like, how does this man not just know that he's dying? But anyway, I go on his Uber. I get out. 40 minutes later, I'm like, thank God I am done. I mean, I was a little tired, so I was like hot as fuck, but I was also like, I'm sleepy because this is like really my. I was like, something's going on up here. I'm like tired, but also I'm probably gonna pass out. I didn't. That was fine. I get out. I go to the airport. You see how empty it was. It was really big from the airport, but it was really, really empty and also really dark in there, which is great. I get in there, I sit. I really don't have that much of a late. Like I wait like 30 to like an hour. You saw that I literally couldn't get my gate number at all. I was so surprised. I was looking at the person who told me like, your gate number isn't showing up for now. You're early. And I looked at him like I was trying to comprehend what he just said, because I'm like, you are told to come to the airport like 2 hours before you start, and you're telling me I'm too early to see my own gate. And I was like, okay, sure. So I go there. I literally go to where I'm sitting. I order food because I'm like, this is gonna be a while, and then the next flight I'm taking, I have no idea what time that flight takes off. And that's literally because I had a 9-hour layover I went from Manchester to Zurich, Switzerland. It's pretty cool, I would say. And I had a 9-hour layover, so I had no idea what my gate was, no idea how to check in, because when I would get there, it would be like closed, because I'm getting there like 10 p.m. and I guess airports close at night. I honestly don't know why I thought they ran 24 hours like a Walmart, but I guess they closed. So I ordered food, which is the bar burrito, which I got for free. Literally got it for free only because they like legit, I guess they made too many and they were closing soon, so they gave one away. And they gave another one away. I took it, and I got like loaded fries, which had like the weirdest beef meat. It was like someone like shredded pork, and then they just poured it into that bowl. It was so weird. I was like, that's weird. Why is the beef like kind of slimy? It didn't taste slimy, but it looked like sloppy Joe. It was kind of weird, but it was good. It filled me up. But I go on this flight. It's all good. It's all fine. We had little issues with my ticket, but it was fine. It was fine. It just didn't. It kept refreshing people's computers. It was kind of funny if I wasn't like actively trying to get on the airplane and they were like refreshing people's computers when they try to scan my boarding pass. And I'm over here like, I didn't even record anything yet. I'm already like fucked. I was so pressed. It took 3 people to actually scan my boarding pass and for it to work and not refresh the computer. And I was like, y'all printed this out. I did not print this out. Y'all printed this out. So if it doesn't work, please do not keep me here. So I go on the plane. Everything's fine, as you see. I come out. It's nighttime. I can't go anywhere. I'm forced to like stay in the airline. They were like, you can go to a hotel or you can go stay here. And I'm like, I'm just going to stay here. I'm not paying for a hotel. You have to leave the airport or just go VIP and be lucky, I guess. But I'm not leaving the airport just to do this all over again. And also, I don't have a boarding pass because I can't check in. So that would have been pretty bad. So I literally just stayed there for like 9 hours, as you saw. Literally was there for 9 hours. I didn't really sleep very well there because where am I sleeping and how well I sleep with my stuff next to me. Like I have a carry-on, I have a backpack, I have a phone charging. Like I wasn't sleeping. And the Wi-Fi there only lasts like 4 hours, which is kind of fucked up. Like it's like they knew I was there for a long period of time. They're like, you're not staying here more than 4. So, and then, yeah. But after that, I ate my burrito. I was hungry, clearly. And then at the ass crack of dawn, I got my thing to like check in online. I took United back home, which is like, United is fine, honestly. It was totally fine. I just did not expect to actually take United. I was like, wow, but you're Boeing. Anyway, I was fine, clearly. I'm okay. But Boeings are clearly not what you want to take right now, especially when they're still falling from the sky. As rare as it is, it's, not what I want to take most of the time nowadays. The one that I took before was like a Swiss airline, which I think was not a Boeing. And then Air Canada going to the UK was an Airbus, which I heard was safer. But anyway, I get checked in. I'm like next in line to like go on this flight after 9 hours. I changed my clothes as well because I was like, The shirt I was wearing, I think it's like heavy polyester because it was so hot in it. After a while, I was like, this is really thin of an outfit. It should not be hot, but I was like sweltering. So literally, I had to change my outfit. I felt better, you know, it was like a sweater, whatever. I go on this next flight, and I'm just like, okay, I'm like ready to go. I'm ready to like get my ass seated or whatever. And literally, like, I guess this woman is going around giving people stickers for customs or whatever. Because I did check myself in online, but technically I need like a visa or whatever. But whatever, not a visa, but like you need to go to customs to like check and make sure you're okay to go, which I did. I don't know why, whatever. But she's going around giving people stickers to make sure like they're okay. And I'm like, okay, she doesn't go to me. Like, she comes near me to the guy next to me, but doesn't come to me personally. So I'm just like, there's no way she just think that I'm just sitting here knowing that I should talk to her, right? So I'm next in line for the flight. I skipped my boarding pass and my passport, and the woman's like, "Oh, did you get like a green sticker, yada yada?" And I'm like, "No, like what is that for?" And then she's like, "Oh, let me show your ID, da da da." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, here's my boarding pass, yada yada." And then she looks at it like, "Oh, you got your green sticker, da da da." And then she starts questioning me about one. And then she starts questioning me about why did I come from Manchester? And I'm just looking at her like, okay, standard questions, I guess. I don't know what questions. Okay, mind you, I'm in Switzerland, right? I don't know the security, you know, whatever in Switzerland. But I was legit like, okay, whatever, like normal question. I assume they just asked a lot of people this, or I'm just like randomly selected, whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, why were you in Switzerland? And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna tell you I was there for work because they ain't gonna be questioning what I was like. It's gonna be 20 million questions about my job. And I don't got time for that. So I literally tell her I'm a tourist because I was like there for a week and I didn't really do much anyway. And she's like, oh, you're touring? Why Manchester? And I looked at her and I was like, why Manchester? What do you mean why Manchester? And I was like, yeah, because London is too expensive to go to, so Manchester was the obvious answer. And she's like, okay, I get that, but like, what's I to do there? So why did you go? And I'm looking at her like, are you questioning my traveling choices, or are you just trying to catch me in a lie? Because I'm looking at her like, you were in Switzerland, babes. Like, what are you talking about? Why am I why did I come to Manchester? And I'm like trying to tell her like, I mean, I'm just there for the experience. Like, why are you acting like I'm over there doing something crazy in Manchester? Like, if I went to like Iceland, she'd probably be like, why Iceland? It's like only ice. Like, what would she even say to that? And I'm over here answering her question like, what? And she's like, okay, but what did you do there? And I was like, I bought souvenirs. I like went out and did stuff. Like, oh, really? They have a lot of stuff going on? And I'm like, is she shading Manchester? Or is she trying to stop me from going home? Like, I'm literally next in line to go on my next plane. 9-hour layover, tired, sweaty, oily. Need to go on this flight that's like 10 hours to go home. And she's really trying to question me why I'm like lucid dreaming over here. Why did I just go to Manchester? And I'm just like, why? Like, I'm coming home. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you talk? I went through customs. I did all of that. Why are you questioning me why I went there? And I'm like, girl, the only thing I bought was like souvenirs. And she's like, did you go there to visit friends? Have you have family there? And I was like, no. Did you go by yourself? I said, yeah. I was like, oh, really? All that to Manchester? And I was like, girl, you're fucking with me. Give me my ID. Like, give me my passport. Like, what are you doing? Give me my passport. You're wasting my time. These are not standard questions. No, someone is like going to do something bad in the country. They're not going to just let you know this. So she pulls me aside and she like gets me to like this person who starts like, he's like really nice. And she's like, oh, can you like get your laptops out? Da, da, da. And I'm like, okay. I'm literally next to mine and like this flight's going to take off, whatever. But sure, I'll take my shoes off for you and my backpack and stuff. So she starts like, I think she starts, I'm being so honest, I'm pretty sure she starts like swatting my bag with like some weird paper that like checks to see if you have like residue for like, you know, C4 and all those other like things people use to like blow things up. I don't know if I can say the word on YouTube, so I'm not gonna say it, but you can kind of guess where I'm going with it. And I'm just like sitting there like looking at her do it like, oh, they think I'm an actual like, you know, they think I'm gonna do something wrong. I don't know. Basically they just like they papered my foot. They literally took my foot and then she like took the paper, like did it around my socks, did my shoes, did my backpack, my laptop, my suitcase. I opened it for her, but she only did like the perimeter of the suitcase. And I was like, what was the point of you having me open the suit? Long story short, they basically thought I was gonna do something wrong, and then I was going back to my country. Literally, they were like, oh, making sure I wasn't bringing anything crazy with me. And I was like, okay, all right. It's weird because they didn't put it through an X-ray again. They just like swatted it, and I was like, okay, whatever you gotta do, babes. But my plane is like about to take off. So after like 10 minutes and I'm doing this, like, oh, you can be like, oh, you can be lapsed away, and I'm over here like, great, thank you, like, great experience you guys have. Like, I'm glad I wasn't detained because like, what the heck? Then I thought I go ask my political beliefs in a second. I was like, oh gosh, like I'm one of those people they talk about on the news that be like stopped for detainment for absolutely no reason but to do it. And it was right around the time that Israel and Iran happened, so I was like, oof, boy, like I'm not leaving this country, fuck. But luckily I did. I literally got on the plane. They had us have like little goodie bag, which is kind of cool because I had no idea this was gonna happen. I actually do have the goodie bags, and I'm gonna show you like what was actually in it because I did show you, but I didn't actually use anything. So I'm gonna show you again because I want to. All right, I'm back. All right, so this is what they gave us. They gave us like a Therabody. You can't see this probably. Like you can't ever see anything I show. I don't know why. Anyway, they got me a Therabody like backpacks, or not like little baggies with stuff in it. And I think it's because the flight itself is like a premium plus like flight, which means there was like no economy on it. It was like business and premium plus, I guess. So this is pretty cool. I thought this was fire. So there's like stuff in here that I actually never touch at all because realistically I don't need any of it right now, but I thought it was pretty cool and I wanted to show it off before I actually use anything. But they literally gave us like, oh, I did not know this. What the hell? These are socks, as you can tell. They're clearly like grippy socks. So I don't know where or who or why or how or when I'm wearing grippy socks, but these are clearly the most unshapely grippy socks you've ever seen. It's just like a straight body. So I guess they, decided that grippy socks were in now. But they're gray, so that's pretty cool. And then here's like I guess gray's their color, but here's a gray eye patch. I never used a sleeping patch before, so that'd be really interesting to try it tonight because I never even used it on the plane because I didn't sleep. I watched like 3 films because I was like, you know what? It's hard to sleep on planes. I'm watching a movie. And then I guess they make the Theragun. I did not know they made the gun. It said Therabody, so it's like a 10% off thingy. Okay, cool. I don't need this, but that's fire. Oh, they made a TheraFace depuffing one as well. Oh, they have stuff. Imagine they gave me the depuffing. That actually be kind of funny. That would be pretty cool if they just happened to just put it in here. I was like, oh yeah, guys, here's a little souvenir. I was like, whoa. Here's like soft tissue that I never used. I guess I'll have that in my little purse. Here are the these are earplugs. They never even gave me. Okay, so they did have like headphones for us to use, but they were like Germany outlets, so it didn't matter. I didn't even keep it because I was like, I can't use it anyway. They are earplugs. So if I ever go to like a concert, don't need to buy any because I have one here. And this one I like the most because like a travel thing. It literally says arrive, revive. Your wellness journey starts here. And then scan whatever. And they literally had a towelette, one wipe, a lip balm, and hand cream. They actually had hand cream inside the bathrooms in the in the airplane, and it was honestly shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was pretty bad. Like it wasn't good at all. So I assume this is very similar to what was in the bathroom because it was just watery, and I don't think I like it very much. This is my first time like opening it, so I'm gonna see. Hopefully this towelette is not out. Otherwise, I'm gonna use it right now because it will dry out. Okay, and now we're good. Thank God. So this is the towelette. It says refresh, and it's a cleansing towelette, and you use it on your body, obviously. And it has sandalwood, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, wow, my camera wants to kill itself. Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. I don't know what to use it for. Oh, this is pretty. I like it. This is their lip balm. It literally says recover. Oh no, this is their hand cream. Okay, I should read it. Okay, I should read it before I show you guys because I clearly can't read. Recover hand cream. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it would. It's vegan and cruelty free. Let's take a sniff test. I thought it would be bigger. Oh, it's close. I can smell it. It does smell like the one from the bathroom, so I'm sure it also is shit. It was so watery. It was literally so watery. And then this is, okay, this is tiny. This is their, oh my gosh, their chapstick. So I'm gonna take a little sniff test this and see how it is and just like apply it right now. I did have chapstick on, but it's clearly gone by now because it's been like an hour. But this is what it looks like. It's like a push thingy. Let's see the color. Oh, like a little bit of a color in it. Let's see. Oh, it's like candy, like orangey candy. It is a light citrus. It's not light. It's definitely heavy. Oh wow. My lips feel really warm now. It smells like Sour Patch Kids. It smells good though. Oh wow, that's a heavy. That is heavy. It was really light to apply it. I'm like, I guess I'm not sponsored for Therabody now, but it was really light to apply it. But it feels like I put Vaseline on my lips with how like warm my lips feel right now, and it's very, very glossy. Wow, I don't know how long this will last though. It might honestly last like a few hours just because of how watery it is. But it does say it seals in moisture to replenish and soften dehydrated lips. I don't think my lips are dehydrated, but that is cool. That's the entire thing in here, so that's cool. Trash. And then they have like a dental kit in here, which I'm sure is all like paper and plastic and stuff. And that's the entire thing in this bag. But it's a really cute bag. I'm definitely gonna keep it. If everybody wants to sponsor me, that would be great because I already have their shit for free. So that'd be nice. But I will say, overall, the flight was really good. Getting home was pretty fine. It was hot. Really fucking hot. So I had to like adjust myself because I knew I was coming back to like 90-degree weather. Luckily, the Uber home had an AC that was blasting. So I felt amazing. But my main takeaway from the UK is I need to go back again and just have like actual time to like do stuff. Otherwise, I'll come home and then someone who's like checking my passport will be like, why did you go and what you do, where you stay? And I'm just over here like, damn bitch, I can't just like go there for fun. Like, no. But I would say overall, what would I change about it? I need to find a place that has an AC that works. Because my AC worked, but only like sometimes. It was still very hot. I will say they were a lot more energy conscious than we are. I think it's very similar to Ireland because everywhere I went, they had like paper, like, I don't know, cardboard straws, cardboard spoons and forks and everything. Like, even the toilets they had, every toilet like a latrine toilet. Like, it only had like the amount of water needed to flush. And I was like, oh, that's intriguing. That is, I mean, it would still be hard to flush because they only give you so much water to flush it with. So if you don't flush it, you're like, oh, not my toilet, you know? But I will say a lot more energy conscious than we are. Maybe because we're the biggest messed up place here, so it makes sense for everyone else to like adjust to it. But I did like the UK. It was really good. I don't know if I'm going back anytime soon. I've heard in the grapevine at my job we might be going back in a few months, but hopefully I go. I will only like to go for a week. I don't want to preference that I want to go for more than a week. I think a week was good. I like being back home, and only say that because when I was there, I wake up at 6:30 and then come back around 6 o'clock, and that's like a 12-hour day. And even if I had time to like go out, I would be sleeping because I just couldn't do much. And that's like a typical day for most people. But I'm a remote consultant, right? I have been online the last few days since I've been back, and it's only Wednesday, which is amazing. So me waking up at like 6:30 to go to to clock in to my lovely computer and then clocking out at like 4 p.m. has become the norm again. When before it was because we were all in person, like, oh guys, it's like a quick meeting, and it'd be like, you would not do this if we were online. So why are you doing it? Like, you already know we're all tired. Like, that's crazy. But no, I really am grateful because the fact that you stay at home and do all this while also being able to like travel sometimes when they allow me to, and then go right back to being online after this is all over. It's really a blessing because I know people are dealing with return to office, which sucks because people do not give you time to find a like good place to return to, or at least find a like different way to like stay at home or whatever. And then to like travel but not travel all the time is also so good because who wants to travel every week? Like, literally, we have vacations, people got kids, like you have people have families, like no one has time to do all that. So it's nice to have that happy medium, but this video might be getting a little too long, and I'm not trying to yap or edit this video per usual 3 hours later. This chapstick is really nice though, but it is really warm on my lips, so I might wipe it off. But that's it for this today video. Hopefully you enjoy it. That is the conclusion to my series of going to the UK and being back. It's been a very nice journey. I do hope to go back soon. I also don't know what I'm doing for the rest of this month, but it's Pride Month. So I don't want this month of Pride. And I have some ideas cooking, but my next video, it should be a book video because this month is coming to a close. And yes, I did actually finish a book. So I'm going to talk about it in my next video. So that will be happening next week. I'm sure of it. But thank you guys for watching. As again, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see more from me, as I am still a remote consultant who still likes to go out and do stuff when I have the time to do it and not be like in the office for like 12 hours trying to do work and coming home and be really tired and sleepy. So that is all I have for you guys today. So thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Bye.